Comprised of 50 states, the USA occupies an area that's only just marginally smaller than Europe. It's in this vast country that you will find an unbelievably diverse array of natural landscapes, cityscapes, people, and cultures. From the tropical islands of Hawaii to the desert landscape of the Grand Canyon, as well as the multicultural cities such as Chicago and New York City, you'll never be stuck for destinations to discover. Today, we're beginning our journey to find the absolute best of them. Here is a look at the first half of our countdown. Number 50. Big Sur, California. Imagine driving along a cliffside highway where every turn feels like a movie scene. Welcome to Big Sur. Stretching along California's legendary Highway 1 between Carmel and San Simeon, Big Sur is one of America's most breathtaking coastal drives. Massive cliffs plunge into the Pacific Ocean below, while waves crash against rugged shorelines that seem untouched by time. And then there are the redwoods. Some of these ancient giants have been standing here for centuries, creating forests that feel almost magical when sunlight filters through the canopy. Number 49. St. Augustine, Florida. Long before New York City existed, long before Boston became famous, there was St. Augustine. Founded in 1565, this charming coastal city is the oldest continuously occupied European established settlement in the United States. Walking through downtown feels like stepping into a living history book. Narrow cobblestone streets wind between centuries-old buildings. Historic churches rise above colorful storefronts, and hidden courtyards seem to appear around every corner. It's the kind of place where getting lost is part of the experience. But St. Augustine isn't only about history. You'll also find excellent restaurants, cozy cafes, and beautiful Atlantic beaches just minutes away. Visit Castillo de San Marcos, America's oldest masonry fort. Explore the historic district after sunset, or simply relax by the ocean with year-round Florida sunshine. Number 48. Olympic National Park, Washington. Now let's head to one of the most diverse national parks in America, Olympic National Park. This place feels like several different worlds packed into one destination. Within a single day, you can stand atop snow-capped mountains, walk through ancient rainforests, and watch waves crash against wild Pacific beaches. Seriously, not many places on Earth can offer that combination. Olympic protects nearly 1 million acres of wilderness across Washington's spectacular Olympic Peninsula. The park receives enormous amounts of rainfall each year, helping create lush forests draped in moss and ferns. Some trails look so surreal they feel straight out of a fantasy movie. The Hoh Rainforest is especially unforgettable. Number 47. Asheville, North Carolina. Nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains is one of America's coolest small cities, Asheville. Creative, colorful, and packed with personality. That's probably the best way to describe it. Street musicians perform throughout downtown. Local artists showcase their work in galleries and boutiques. And the food scene punches way above its weight. But Asheville's biggest attraction sits just outside the city, the magnificent Biltmore Estate. Built by George Vanderbilt in the late 1800s, it's the largest privately owned home in America. And honestly, calling it a house feels ridiculous. It's more like a European palace dropped into the mountains of North Carolina. Beyond the estate, Asheville also serves as a gateway to some of the most scenic drives in the country, including portions of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Every fall, the surrounding mountains explode with brilliant colors. And that's when Asheville becomes truly spectacular. This is one destination where culture and nature come together perfectly. Number 46. Monument Valley, Arizona and Utah. If you've ever seen a classic American Western, you've probably already seen Monument Valley, even if you didn't realize it. The towering sandstone buttes rising from the desert floor have become one of the most recognizable landscapes on Earth. And somehow, it's even more impressive in person. Massive red rock formations soar hundreds of feet above the valley floor. The desert stretches endlessly in every direction, and when the sun begins to set, the entire landscape glows with shades of red, orange, and gold. Located within Navajo Nation territory, Monument Valley carries deep cultural significance alongside its natural beauty. A guided Navajo tour offers insights many visitors never experience, and it reveals stories connected to this remarkable land. This isn't just a scenic destination. It's one of those places that makes you feel small in the best possible way. A place where the scale of nature becomes impossible to ignore. Before we continue, quick question. Out of every destination we've covered so far, which one surprised you the most? Was it the dramatic coastline of Big Sur? The ancient streets of St. Augustine? Or maybe the cinematic landscapes of Monument Valley? Drop your answer below because I read every comment. Now, let's continue our journey across America. And trust me, these next destinations only get more impressive. Number 45, Austin, Texas. Some cities try to stand out. Austin doesn't even try. It just does. Welcome to Austin, Texas, a city famous for its unofficial motto, "Keep Austin Weird." And honestly, that's exactly what makes it awesome. Unlike the cowboy image many people imagine when they think of Texas, Austin has its own vibe. It's creative, it's youthful, and it's one of the fastest growing cities in America. Walk down 6th Street after sunset, country, blues, rock, indie, you name it. But Austin isn't just about nightlife. The Texas state capitol dominates downtown with its striking architecture. Barton Springs Pool offers a refreshing escape from the Texas heat. And every evening from spring through fall, millions of bats emerge from beneath Congress Avenue Bridge in one of the most unusual wildlife spectacles you'll ever witness. Number 44, Mount Rushmore, South Dakota. Carved into the granite face of the Black Hills stands one of America's most recognizable landmarks, Mount Rushmore. Every year, millions of visitors travel here to see the enormous faces of 4 U.S. presidents. Together, they represent key chapters of America's story, its founding, growth, development, and preservation. What surprises many visitors is the sheer scale. Photos don't truly prepare you. Each presidential face stands roughly 60 feet tall. That's about the height of a 6-story building. And the engineering behind the monument is just as impressive as the sculpture itself. The memorial took 14 years to complete and remains one of the greatest artistic achievements in American history. Visit during the day for clear views, or stay until evening when the monument is beautifully illuminated. Number 43, Aspen, Colorado. When most people hear Aspen, they immediately think of skiing. And they're not wrong. Aspen is one of the most famous winter destinations on the planet. But here's something many travelers don't realize. Aspen is incredible all year long. Surrounded by the towering Rocky Mountains, this picturesque town offers breathtaking scenery in every season. Winter brings world-class skiing and snowboarding. Summer transforms the region into a paradise for hikers and mountain bikers. And fall? Fall might actually be the best time to visit. Golden aspen trees blanket entire mountainsides, creating landscapes that look almost unreal. The town itself is equally charming. Luxury boutiques, excellent restaurants, historic buildings, and a relaxed mountain town atmosphere that feels surprisingly welcoming. Number 42, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. If summer in New England had a postcard destination, it would probably be Cape Cod. Stretching into the Atlantic Ocean like a curved arm, Cape Cod has been a favorite American getaway for generations. And it's easy to see why. Beautiful beaches, historic lighthouses, fresh seafood, and charming coastal villages seem to appear around every corner. Life moves a little slower here, and honestly, that's part of the appeal. The Cape Cod National Seashore protects miles of stunning coastline where visitors can hike, bike, swim, or simply enjoy the ocean views, and offers colorful streets, vibrant culture, and some of the most beautiful sunsets on the East Coast. Number 41. Niagara Falls, New York. Now we're heading to one of the most famous natural attractions on Earth, Niagara Falls. And no matter how many photos you've seen, nothing compares to experiencing it in person. The sound hits you first, a deep roar echoing through the air. Then comes the mist, and finally, the view. Millions of gallons of water surge over the cliffs every minute, creating one of the most powerful spectacles in nature. Niagara Falls is actually made up of 3 separate waterfalls: Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. Together, they form a scene so dramatic it almost feels unreal. For the best experience, hop aboard a boat tour that takes you directly into the mist below the falls. You'll get soaked, you'll probably laugh, and you'll definitely never forget it. Visit during the evening and you can watch the falls illuminated in brilliant colors, or catch seasonal fireworks displays that add even more magic to the experience. Niagara Falls isn't just a destination, it's one of those places every traveler should see at least once. Number 40. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Once known as America's steel capital, Pittsburgh has quietly transformed into one of the country's coolest cities. Built where 3 rivers meet, Pittsburgh has a landscape unlike almost anywhere else in the United States. Bridges stretch across the water in every direction. Green hills rise behind downtown, and glass skyscrapers reflect the city's industrial past and modern future. In fact, Pittsburgh has more bridges than Venice, Italy. What was once a powerhouse of manufacturing has evolved into a center for technology, education, healthcare, and culture. Explore the vibrant Strip District, catch incredible views from Mount Washington, or stroll through Point State Park, where the city's 3 rivers converge. And when the sun begins to set over the skyline, the view is absolutely stunning. Number 39. Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta isn't just one of the South's biggest cities, it's one of America's most influential. A city where history, culture, business, entertainment, and innovation all collide. Founded as a railroad hub in the 1800s, Atlanta has grown into a major global city. Today, it's home to some of the world's most recognized companies and attractions. Visitors can explore the world of Coca-Cola, walk through the massive Georgia Aquarium, or discover the city's crucial role in the American Civil Rights Movement. Atlanta was also the hometown of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and several important historical landmarks connected to his legacy remain here today. Beyond the attractions, Atlanta's neighborhoods each have their own personality. From trendy Midtown to historic Inman Park and vibrant Buckhead, there's always something happening. Number 38. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Some cities feel different the moment you arrive. Santa Fe is one of them. Founded in 1610, Santa Fe is one of the oldest cities in America, and unlike anywhere else on this list, it has a look and atmosphere entirely its own. Adobe buildings glow beneath endless blue skies. Mountain views frame the horizon, and centuries of Native American, Spanish, and Mexican influences shape every corner of the city. One of the reasons Santa Fe feels so unique is its architecture. Local building regulations preserve the city's distinctive Pueblo-inspired style, creating a visual identity unlike any other American destination. Art lovers especially fall in love with Santa Fe. The city hosts world-class galleries, museums, and creative spaces that attract artists from around the globe. And if you enjoy photography, you'll probably fill your camera roll before lunch. Santa Fe is beautiful, creative, and deeply authentic. A rare combination that's becoming harder to find. Number 37. Mackinac Island, Michigan. Imagine a place where cars don't exist. No traffic lights, no rush hour, no endless highway noise. Just bicycles, horse-drawn carriages, and one of the most charming small-town atmospheres in America. Welcome to Mackinac Island. Located in Lake Huron between Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas, this island feels like a step back in time. Victorian-era buildings line the streets. Historic hotels overlook the waterfront, and the pace of life slows down the moment you arrive. One of the island's most famous landmarks is the Grand Hotel, known for having the world's longest front porch. But honestly, simply wandering around town may be the best experience of all. Rent a bike, circle the island, explore hidden viewpoints, and enjoy an atmosphere that feels refreshingly different from modern life. Number 36. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. If you're looking for a gateway to America's most visited national park, you'll find it in Gatlinburg. Nestled at the entrance to the Great Smoky Mountains, this mountain town combines outdoor adventure with family-friendly attractions. And the scenery? Absolutely incredible. Towering peaks surround the town in every direction. Mist drifts through forested valleys, and countless hiking trails begin just minutes away. For many visitors, Gatlinburg serves as the perfect base for exploring Great Smoky Mountains National Park. But the town itself offers plenty to do. From scenic chairlifts and mountain coasters to unique shops and restaurants, there's always something happening. Visit during autumn, and you'll witness one of America's most spectacular fall color displays. The mountains transform into a sea of red, orange, and gold. And honestly, pictures don't do it justice. Gatlinburg proves that sometimes the journey and the destination are equally rewarding. Number 35. Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. Some landscapes don't feel real. Grand Teton National Park is one of them. Rising dramatically above the Wyoming wilderness, the jagged peaks of the Teton Range create one of the most breathtaking skylines in North America. And unlike many mountain ranges that gradually rise from the landscape, the Tetons explode almost straight out of the valley floor. The result? Views that stop people in their tracks, literally. Stretching across more than 300,000 acres, Grand Teton National Park is packed with alpine lakes, rushing rivers, dense forests, and incredible wildlife. Keep your eyes open and you might spot moose, elk, bison, bald eagles, or even black bears. Number 34. Lake Tahoe, California and Nevada. Imagine water so clear you can see deep below the surface. Now, surround it with mountains. Add world-class skiing, beautiful beaches, and endless outdoor adventures. That's Lake Tahoe. Straddling the border between California and Nevada, Lake Tahoe is the largest alpine lake in North America. And honestly, pictures don't prepare you for how blue the water actually is. During summer, visitors kayak, paddleboard, hike, swim, and cruise across the lake. Winter transforms the area into one of America's top ski destinations. No matter the season, there's always something to do. One of the best experiences is simply driving around the lake. Every few miles reveals another incredible viewpoint, and some of them look like scenes straight out of a travel magazine. Lake Tahoe somehow manages to feel exciting and peaceful at the same time, which explains why people keep falling in love with it. Number 33. San Diego, California. Let's talk about a city that seems to have won the weather lottery, San Diego. Located near the US-Mexico border, San Diego combines beautiful beaches, incredible food, rich culture, and year-round sunshine into one seriously appealing package. Average temperatures stay comfortable almost the entire year, which means beach season here basically never ends. Visitors flock to famous spots like La Jolla Cove, Coronado Beach, and the historic Gaslamp Quarter. Meanwhile, Balboa Park offers museums, gardens, theaters, and one of the most famous zoos in the world, the San Diego Zoo. But what really makes San Diego special is its laid-back vibe. Life moves a little slower here. People seem a little happier, and somehow even everyday activities feel like a vacation. Whether you're surfing, eating fish tacos, or watching a sunset over the Pacific, San Diego knows exactly how to leave a lasting impression. Number 32. Cannon Beach, Oregon. There are beaches, and then there's Cannon Beach. Located along Oregon's rugged coastline, this charming seaside destination is famous for one reason above all else: Haystack Rock. Standing 235 feet tall just offshore, this massive sea stack has become one of the most photographed landmarks in America. And once you see it in person, you'll understand why. The beach itself stretches for miles, offering wide-open views of the Pacific Ocean and dramatic coastal scenery in every direction. At low tide, tide pools reveal colorful marine life. During certain seasons, visitors can even spot puffins nesting around Haystack Rock. Add in cozy cafes, local art galleries, and stunning sunsets, and you've got one of the most charming coastal towns in the country. Cannon Beach proves that sometimes the simplest destinations can leave the biggest impression. Number 31. Carlsbad Caverns National Park, New Mexico. Most national parks impress visitors with what they can see above ground. Carlsbad Caverns does the exact opposite, because its greatest wonders lie underground. Hidden beneath the New Mexico desert is one of the largest and most spectacular cave systems on Earth, and stepping inside feels like entering another world. The park's most famous chamber is known as the Big Room, a massive underground space so enormous that it covers more than 8 acres. To put that into perspective, you could fit several football fields inside it. Visitors can descend into the caverns through a natural entrance or take an elevator deep underground. Either way, the experience is unforgettable. Towering stalactites hang from the ceiling, giant stalagmites rise from the floor, and incredible rock formations create shapes that seem almost impossible. Carlsbad Caverns reminds us that some of America's greatest wonders aren't visible from the surface at all. Number 30. Boston, Massachusetts. Some cities tell America's story. Boston practically wrote the first chapters. Founded in 1630, Boston is one of the oldest cities in the United States. And everywhere you look, history seems to be waiting around the corner. Walk the famous Freedom Trail, and you'll pass landmarks connected to the American Revolution. Stand where pivotal moments helped shape the nation, and explore streets that have witnessed nearly 4 centuries of history. But here's the thing, Boston isn't stuck in the past, not even close. Today, it's a thriving modern city packed with world-class universities, incredible sports culture, fantastic seafood, and beautiful waterfront districts. Whether you're visiting Fenway Park, exploring Beacon Hill, or enjoying fresh clam chowder near the harbor, Boston offers something for everyone. Boston perfectly blends old-world charm with modern energy, and that's a combination that's hard to beat. Number 29. The Outer Banks, North Carolina. Stretching along the Atlantic coastline is one of America's most unique beach destinations, the Outer Banks. A chain of barrier islands where wild horses roam the dunes, historic lighthouses stand guard over the coast, and endless beaches seem to disappear into the horizon. This isn't your typical beach vacation. It's a place where history and nature collide. The Wright brothers made aviation history nearby at Kitty Hawk. The mysterious lost colony vanished here centuries ago, and some of the East Coast's most beautiful coastal scenery remains remarkably untouched. Drive along scenic highways, explore charming seaside towns, climb iconic lighthouses, or simply spend the day soaking up the ocean breeze. The Outer Banks feels adventurous, authentic, and wonderfully wild. Exactly the kind of destination that keeps travelers coming back year after year. Number 28. Arches National Park, Utah. Now let's head into one of the most surreal landscapes in America, Arches National Park. Home to more than 2,000 natural stone arches, this red rock wonderland feels almost like another planet. Wind, water, and millions of years of erosion have sculpted some of the most extraordinary rock formations you'll ever see. The park's most famous landmark is Delicate Arch, a stunning freestanding arch that has become one of the symbols of Utah itself. But that's only the beginning. Landscape Arch, Double Arch, and countless other formations create an endless playground for photographers and adventurers. And during sunrise or sunset, the red sandstone glows with shades of orange and gold that seem almost unreal. Arches proves that nature can be every bit as creative as the world's greatest artists. Number 27. Charleston, South Carolina. If charm were a city, it might be Charleston. This historic coastal destination is widely considered one of the most beautiful cities in the American South, and after spending a day here, it's easy to understand why. Cobblestone streets wind through historic neighborhoods, colorful homes line the waterfront, and centuries-old churches rise above the skyline. The atmosphere feels elegant without being pretentious, historic without feeling outdated, and welcoming from the moment you arrive. Visitors can tour Fort Sumter, where the first shots of the Civil War were fired, browse local art galleries, or simply stroll through the historic district taking in the architecture. And then there's the food. Oh man, the food. Charleston's culinary scene consistently ranks among the best in America. Seafood lovers especially won't be disappointed. It's one of those rare cities that manages to exceed expectations. Number 26. Yosemite National Park, California. And now we arrive at one of America's most legendary national parks, Yosemite. Even among the incredible landscapes found across the United States, Yosemite stands apart. Towering granite cliffs rise thousands of feet above the valley floor. Massive waterfalls plunge from dizzying heights. Ancient giant sequoias stretch toward the sky, and every direction seems to reveal another jaw-dropping view. The park's most famous landmarks include El Capitan, Half Dome, and Yosemite Falls, names that have become legendary among hikers, climbers, and nature lovers worldwide. But Yosemite isn't just about scenery, it's about scale. Everything here feels bigger, taller, more powerful, more dramatic. Whether you're hiking through the valley, photographing waterfalls, or simply standing quietly beneath towering cliffs, Yosemite has a way of making everyday worries feel very small. And honestly, that's part of its magic. Number 25. Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville has become one of America's hottest travel destinations. Neon signs glow late into the night, and talented performers seem to appear around every corner. Visitors can explore the Country Music Hall of Fame, tour historic recording studios, and enjoy one of America's fastest-growing food scenes. And if you're hungry, hot chicken is practically mandatory. Nashville is energetic, welcoming, and endlessly entertaining. That brings us to the end of our first 25 locations. It's been an incredible start, but we've only just scratched the surface. Join me in the next video as we count down the final 25, the places that truly define the spirit of the United States. You won't want to miss it.